In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make one of these AI animated cartoon stories.
Leo was a connoisseur of forgotten things. His favorite place in the whole bustling metropolis was the municipal scrapyard, a graveyard of broken dreams and obsolete technology.
Using a free AI video generator along with one of Google's latest AI tools. And yes, of course, with that particular one, you would have to pay. But don't worry, I'll show you how you can actually get access to it for free. And it is completely legal. Starting with step 1, we need to get a script of the story we want to make the video about. In order to do that, you are going to open a new tab and search Google Gemini. Then click on the first link right here. You'll be taken to this particular interface. And obviously, you might be taken to an interface where they might ask you to create an account. Simply do that. Afterwards, you are going to right click and paste this exact prompt in there. And don't worry, all the prompts we'll be using in this particular video will be in the description. Simply copy it from there. The prompt reads, generate a story on the topic, and simply enter the topic of the video or the story you want to generate. In my case, it is the boy who became friends with a robot who came back to life. It continues to read, end it at chapter 1 with 550 characters. So the reason we are asking it to end it at chapter 1 or using this exact statement is, you know what, let me just click on submit right here before I explain it. So the reason we are using this exact statement, that is end it at chapter 1, is Google Gemini will understand the fact that, oh, okay, he might ask me to generate chapter 2. So let me script the story in a way that when he requests for chapter 2, I can actually provide it. But if he does not request for chapter 2, I can end it at that very section. Also, with the section where I said it should use 500 characters, the reason is the AI tool we are going to use to change the script into an audio format actually has a limited number of characters you can use. Don't worry, it'll make much more sense when we get to that section. So for the sake of this particular video, I have ended my story at chapter 1. So as you can see right here, it has given me the story straightforward to the point. Check this out. If I should write something on the lines of continue with chapter 2 and I simply click submit right here, since I worded the prompt in a particular manner, it is just going to go straight into chapter 2. I believe you understand. Moving on to the next step, we are going to change the script into an audio format. What you are going to do is to come back to Google Gemini, then copy the story just as I am doing. Open a new tab and simply search Speechma. Speechma is a platform we are going to use to change the script into an audio format. It is a 100% free text to audio platform, or should I say text to speech. Simply click on the first link right here. You'll be taken to this particular interface. You don't have to create an account. Right in the box here, I believe you can see it says maximum 2000 characters. Check this out. If I should right click and click on paste to paste the script from Google Gemini, as you can see at the very bottom right here, it says 1141 characters out of 2000. Even though we used 500 characters, it actually gave us this amount of characters. So that is the main reason. The thing is, if you use Google Gemini, DeepSeek, ChatGPT, etc., and you request they should give you a script of about 500 characters, when you copy it and paste it into Speechma, it's going to be way longer than that. That is why we downed it to 500 characters and not 2000 characters on the dot as this platform requested. What you have to do next is simply scroll down right, and as you can see, there is a plethora of language models you can select from, but for the purpose of this video, the one I will personally recommend are just 2. Let me scroll back up. So this is the AI models you are going to use. My personal recommendation. All you need to do next is to select it. How are you going to do that? Simply click on it. It is going to be highlighted black. This is going to show that it is selected. What you want to do next is to scroll back up right. You are going to come to the section right here where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. That is on the refresh icon. Simply click on it. This will generate a new set of codes, or should I say numbers. Then enter those numbers right here. Then before you click on generate to generate your audio, you can come to this section which says voice effects. Click on voice effects and make any adjustments you want here. You can increase the pitch if you want, and all you need to do next is click on generate audio. So as you can already tell, it is done with the audio generation. Let's play to hear how it sounds.
In a world where technology intertwined with everyday life, 12-year-old Ethan found solace in his grandfather's dusty workshop.
So what I'm going to do next is to simply click on download because everything sounds perfect to me. There we go, and as you can see, it is downloaded onto my device. Let's move on to the next step, and this is probably the last step because it is going to entail all the other steps, so I need you to pay close attention to it. You really can't do away with the other for this particular stage. What we are going to do is to generate the images, right? Then change those images into a video format, then later match it up with their respectful scenes according to the script in a video editing platform like CapCut. So CapCut is what we are going to use because it is really beginner friendly. There is a direct download link in the description. Simply click on it to download it. And also, if you use the direct link in the description, you are going to be getting 7 days for free to try out the pro plan and also the pro features, which is going to be perfect for what we are doing in this particular video. After downloading CapCut onto your device, simply launch it just as I have done. What you want to do next is to come to where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on import, and simply double click on the audio file you downloaded from Speechma to import it into CapCut. Then click and hold and drag it onto the timeline just as I am doing. What we are going to do next is to listen to the script, right? That is the one we just imported here. Then we are going to generate videos for specific sections of the script. Now, check this out. If we listen to it right.
In a world where technology intertwined with everyday life, 12-year-old Ethan found solace in his grandfather's dusty workshop.
So we are going to end it somewhere around here. If we take a closer look at it right, it is about 7 seconds long. Keep that in mind because it is very important. What you are going to do next is to go back to Google Gemini, right? And simply enter this exact prompt in there, and don't worry, it will be in the description as well. So for the second prompt, it is actually a series of prompts in one. So the first one reads, note the story is targeted towards kids 5 to 10 years of age. So what I want to do is this: enter the year range you want your story to target. Now I know you might be wondering, well, Steve, for this section it is really too late to even add that. Here's the deal. When you enter the year range, right, it helps Google Gemini determine the type of characters it should generate for the story. So since mine is going to be targeted towards children ranging from 5 years to 10 years, it is going to generate kids characters. But if yours should be, let's say, targeted towards the ages of 18 to 30, the characters are obviously not going to be kids. They are going to be adults, something they would be interested to watch. I believe you understand. So use that. It continues to read, identify the total number of characters from the story you generated. Give them unique identities like hairstyle, nationality, eye color, dresses they are wearing, nose size, etc. The reason I am smiling at this very section is if you are a long time subscriber of this YouTube channel, you know this is how I actually maintain consistency with my characters throughout the story. It continues to read, that is for the next section of the prompt. Later, I'll provide you with scenes from the story. Give me the appropriate image prompt for that scene. Use the format below as a reference for each image prompt. 3D Pixar cartoon style. This is what is going to give you that sort of cartoon style you are going in for. This particular section right here means we will later copy scenes from the story, paste it into Google Gemini, and Google Gemini is going to base on that particular scene and give us an image prompt to generate images for it. Don't worry, it'll make much more sense as we go on in the video. And yes, I am saying an image because that is what we are going to get. We will later change that particular image into a video format. So it continues to read, when generating the image prompt, generate 4 at a time, but they should all have different, that is multiple camera angles that will blend together easily. Here's the deal. Do you remember when we were in CapCut, right? The section we wanted to generate a video for was about 7 seconds long. The thing is, with the AI video generator we are going to use, there is a limit to the length of video it can actually generate, which is about 5 seconds long. And don't worry, this is actually a general thing when it comes to AI video generators. So in order to compensate for that, here's what we are going to do. We are going to generate multiple videos of the same scene, but from different angles, then later blend them together to get that sort of 7 seconds video we want. So since it is a 7 seconds video and the platform is going to give us a 5 seconds video, we obviously need 2 videos, right? put them together and chop off specific sections to get us 7 seconds. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. Don't worry if it doesn't make sense, it will make much more sense when we get there. But one other thing to keep in mind is this: when it is giving us the image prompt for the scene we want to write, that is when we copy it and paste it into Google Gemini, it is going to give us 4 separate image prompts of the same scene, but with different camera angles. One could be about, let's say, a wide angle shot. The other one could be an extreme close-up shot. The other one could be a medium shot. The other one could be a back view or an overhead shot. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. This different angle actually makes it much more interesting. The next section of the prompt reads: since I'll be using Meta AI, which is the platform we are going to use to generate the videos 100% free, to generate the images, don't worry about it. Give me a prompt to animate each image into a video. This applies to all the camera angles. It continues to read: when generating the image prompt, never use their names. Always replace it with their identities you generated earlier on, similar to the reference I have provided below. All you need to do next is click on submit. So as you can see right here, it is actually done with the preparation and everything. What you are going to do next is to go back to CapCut, right? And you are now going to select the scene you want to generate the video for. Earlier, ours was this particular scene. Let's listen to it one more time.
In a world where technology intertwined with everyday life, 12-year-old Ethan found solace in his grandfather's dusty workshop.
So there we go. It ended somewhere around here, about 7 seconds long if we take a look at it. What you are going to do next is come to Google Gemini, scroll all the way up to the story section, and copy the section you want to generate the video for according to the audio you listen to. So ours is somewhere around here, dusty workshop. There we go. And paste it into Google Gemini itself. Simply right click on paste, then submit. And all we need to do is just sit back, and it's actually going to give us 4 separate image prompts. As you can see right here, we have a wide angle shot, a medium shot, we have a close-up shot, and an over the shoulder shot. So what I'm going to do is this: since I need about 2 image prompts because I need about 2 videos for that particular 7-second scene, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first one right here by highlighting it just like this. Right click on copy. Then I'm going to use Google's latest AI tool called Nano Banana Pro. And just as I said, you have to actually pay before you can get access to it. But here's how you can actually get access to it for free. You are going to open a new tab and simply search Gemini AI. Then click on the first link right here. You'll be taken to this particular interface. What you want to do next is to come to this section right here which says create. Then at the very bottom, you're going to click AI agent. This is going to pop up and select AI image. What you want to do next is to come to the section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. You are not going to see Nano Banana Pro, you will see something else, but simply click this section right here. And as you can see, we have Nano Banana, which was the older version, and we have the Pro right here. Simply click on the Pro, then come to this section which says 16:9. Click it and make sure 16:9 aspect ratio is selected. What you want to do next is to pick the resolution. It could be 2K or Ultra 4K. Now if you're going for the Ultra 4K, it is going to take quite a while before you will get your image. So let's stick with 2K. Then simply paste this exact prompt in there. That is the first one we copied from Google Gemini. Then click on submit. One thing you need to keep in mind is since this particular model is extremely good, everyone is using it. So it is going to take quite a while for you to be able to get the image you want. Sometimes it can go somewhere from around 1 minute to about 10 to 15 minutes before you can get just one image, but trust me, it is worth the wait. So as we can see right here, this is going to take about 8 minutes before I can get just one image. So I'm going to be using the first one right here as an example for the purpose of this video. So these are examples of what you are going to be getting. So let me just click on one real quick. There we go. And as you can see, it is absolutely perfect and wonderful. This goes for the other one as well. Just take a look at this. This is absolutely crazy. So let's say I want to use this particular one right here. I'll simply hover over it, then click on this download icon right here. You just wait a few seconds, then it will be downloaded onto your device. As you can see, I'm now going to come back to Meta AI, and at the very bottom here, you are going to click on the image, then select video. What you are going to do next is to click on upload image, then double click on the image you want to animate. That is the one you got from Gemini. What you are going to do next is this: you are literally I repeat, literally just going to describe what you want the animation to be. Even though Google Gemini gave you the animation style and everything, which you can 100% use. The thing is, I found that, or should I say, the result I got from me giving it my own animation was much more interesting than the one Google Gemini gave to me. So if you want to try Google Gemini's own, feel free to check it out. But this is what I want. So let's say I'm going to enter something along the lines of, let the boy pick up one of the objects and lift it up in excitement. Literally just this. And I'll click on animate right here. So as you can see right here, it is actually done with it. Let me click on it to make it larger. There we go. So I need you to just pay close attention to this. This is amazing. I mean, it is not 100% perfect, but this is absolutely wonderful. Check this out. This is the same thing, right? With literally the same prompts to animate it, and as you can see, it is giving me the exact same result, but this time around he's not dropping it. So it is going to take you quite a few tries. Well, I wouldn't say quite a few tries because I got all of them in just one try, but it might take you quite a few tries before you get the perfect one you want. The thing is, it is free, so just try it out. After it is done with the video like this, right, you are simply going to hover over it, then click on the download icon right here, and it is going to be downloaded onto your device. But just as I said, each video length is going to be about 5 seconds long. So I'm going to go back to Google Gemini, move on to the next scene. You copy it just like this if that is the one you want to use. Go back to Gemini, paste it in the prompt box right here. Make sure Nano Banana is selected, the aspect ratio is also selected, then click on generate. But I'm not going to do it because it is going to take quite a while. I'm simply going to use one of the images I have on my device. So you're going to go back to Meta AI, then double click on the scene you want. So let's say I want to use this particular scene right here, which is the boy standing next to the robot. All you have to do next is literally describe what you want to happen in the video. So let's say, let the robot stand up straight and touch the boy's hand. Literally just this, and click on animate. So I'm just going to wait a few seconds for it to be animated, then we can proceed. As you can see again, it is actually done generating it. I'm going to click on it to make it much more larger for you to see what I'm referring to. This is absolutely wonderful. All of this for free. So I'm going to just go back, then I hover over it and click on download. And what I'm going to do next is to go back to CapCut. I'm going to come back to this section right here which says import. Click on it and import the 2 videos we got from Meta AI. Then I'm going to drag it here just like this. And as you can see, the first 5 seconds video is nowhere close to the 7 seconds we want. So I'm going to drag the next one here just like this. There we go. Now keep in mind, yours is going to be of the same scene. You know what? I think I have another scene that I generated. There we go. So this is it right here. So I'm actually going to replace this particular one, that is the robotic one, because it is for a different scene totally. So the 7 seconds ends somewhere around here. What you are now going to do is you are simply going to chop off some of the other sections by hovering over the edge of the image, then dragging it to the line. There we go. So you should have something that looks like this in the end. Very nice, very interesting. So what you are now going to do is to simply repeat this process for the other scenes as well. So let's just listen to the other one real quick and let's see.
Among the forgotten gears and defunct circuits lay a discarded robot, its metallic shell scarred with time.
So this is the next scene we need to find videos for. It is also clearly about 5 seconds long. So I'm going to go back to Google Gemini, scroll all the way up to the story, then copy the scene right here according to what we listened to in CapCut. Paste it into the prompt box, then just click on submit, and it is actually going to give you the image prompts you are looking for. And all you need to do next is just repeat the process. You are going to copy the scene you want right here. That is one of the image prompts. Go to Gemini, paste it in there, make sure Nano Banana is selected. Afterwards, you are going to download it. How? By simply hovering over the image, then clicking on download. Then you go back to Meta AI, click on upload right here. Let's see, I actually generated another one that fits what we want perfectly. And all you need to do next is literally just describe your animation style, or if you can't describe it, go back to Google Gemini. There we go. Scroll down and copy the animation style right here. Go back to Meta AI and simply paste it in there, and you are good to go. Simply click on animate, and that is basically it. So it should look something just like this after you are done generating all the right scenes and everything. What you are going to do next is to add what we call transitions. Now this section right here is absolutely optional because people prefer it, that is, others prefer to leave it as it is. Here's how you're going to add the transitions if you want. You're going to come to transitions at the very top section here. Then you're going to come to overlay. This is the transition style I would recommend you go in for. That is the black fade. Click on it to make sure it is downloaded. Then drag it and place it in between the videos. What you want to do next is to come to where I'm hovering the mouse pointer and increase the seconds. So right here, I've increased it to about 0.7 seconds. Then click on apply to all. This is going to apply the same black fade transitions to all the gaps to make it much more interesting. So if you take a closer look at the videos and everything, right at the very bottom right here, as you can see, it has the Gemini watermark, because even though Gemini is free, there is a limit to the number of images you can generate in a day, and that is 10 images per account. If you know what I mean. I am going to leave it there. So here's how you can actually take out the watermark. So there are actually two ways. The first one is by literally taking it away from there completely, or covering it up. So let's start with the first one. What you want to do is to click on the video just like this, then come to where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, scroll down till you find this particular one right here which says AI remove. With this, you need a pro plan for it, and just as I said, the link is going to help you get 7 days for free to test out the pro features. So you're going to click on AI remove right here. Don't click on quick brush. Click brush to select, just that. I actually found difficulties with the smart brush because I tried to do a lot even though I wanted something very little. There we go. So what you're going to do is you're now going to drag the brush over the section with the watermark, then click on remove right here. So it's going to take quite a while for it to remove the watermark, but as you can see right here, this particular video doesn't have the watermark because I use that same process to remove the watermark from there. Now let's move on to the second way you can take away the watermark. With the second one, it is not necessarily taking away the watermark, but we are going to cover it up. What you want to do is to go back to Google Gemini, right? Then you are literally going to tell it, give me an image prompt to generate a YouTube logo for my YouTube channel. Here's my YouTube channel's name. It is going to give you the image prompt. Copy it and go to either Gemini or Meta AI to generate your images. But I use Meta AI because I wanted it faster. This is what I mean. Since my YouTube channel name is Steven Finance, this is what it actually gave to me. Obviously, Nano Banana is going to give you something way better. So I'm just going to click on this download icon right here. Then I'm going to come back to CapCut, click on import and literally import it. What you want to do next is to click on the image and drag it and place it on top of the videos just like this. Then click on the edge of it, then drag it across the entirety of the video. There you go. What you want to do next is to add what we call mask. Click on the image, right, that is on the actual image here, not on the timeline, and decrease the size first. Then come to the section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on mask, click on add mask again. It is going to add a rectangular mask to it, and with this we'll be able to chop off or cut off specific sections we don't need. There we go. You literally just drag the edges. All I want is my name. Perfect. What you want to do next after you are done is to click on basic at this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. Then drag the edges of it to decrease or increase it. Then you're now going to drag it and place it on top of the Gemini watermark. So you should have something that looks just like this. Steven Finance showing across the video. What you want to do is to add what we call captions. Now with this, it is also optional. In order to add a caption, if you want, you're going to come to the section here which says captions next to transition. Simply click on it, then click on generate right here, and all we need to do is just sit back and it's going to generate the captions for us. So as you can see right here, the captions have been added, but the thing is, it is not interesting. So what we are going to do is this: make sure it is still selected like this, then come to the section which says templates and simply select the template style you want. Normally I prefer this particular style right here, and as you can see, it is much more interesting, or you can literally just avoid this in total and you are good to go. What you want to do next is to come to the section which says export. Click on export. This will pop up. Enter the name of the video right here. Then under resolution, click on it and make sure the resolution is set to 4K to get the highest quality possible. Well, 8K is good, but I think it's overkill. And simply click on export right here and you are good to go. And that is basically it. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I will try my possible best to reply to as many as I can. See you all in the next video. Peace.
Leo was a connoisseur of forgotten things. His favorite place in the whole bustling metropolis was the municipal scrapyard, a graveyard of broken dreams and obsolete technology. While other boys his age were glued to holographic games, Leo preferred the metallic scent and silent history of the junk. One blustery Tuesday after school, tucked away beneath a collapsed tower of rusted car parts, he found him. Not the it, but him. The robot was humanoid, tall, and made of a brushed, silver alloy that was surprisingly untarnished.